Hey, Jose Monkey, can you find out where I am?
You asked me to figure out where this video was recorded, so I did. Hi, I'm Jose Monkey, and I find people who ask to be found. Guys, this video had me puzzled initially, and I was looking in totally the wrong place. But there were a couple clues here that got me back on track once I finally figured them out. The video's very brief. Check it out.
Hey, Jose Monkey, can you find out where I am?
So what can we see? This person asks to be found. Flag on the play! Yo, our friend here is blocking way too much of the screen. Well, how bad is it? Well, I plugged that mess into the Monkey Tech Blockmaster 3000, and it said that we got like 71% blockage. That is egregious. Okay, well, you know the drill. You owe me a photo or brief video of a cute dog or some other adorable animal. Here's my dog, Chopper. Here, take this. Okay, as I was saying, this person asks to be found, and they appear to be in a somewhat elevated position. It looked to me like maybe they were on a balcony. Over their shoulder, we can see a partial skyline of what looks like a nearby city. As they turn the camera here, we can see a large open field, and next we see this building across the street, which looked very much to me like a school. I made a note of this painting or mural that we see on the front of the building. We can also see a flag here in front of the building, which is red and white, and that's really about it. Now, I looked at that flag and I immediately started trying to figure out what US state flag it might be. I was thinking maybe it was the Arkansas flag. So I started trying to figure out what city in Arkansas this might be. And I looked at a few different cities, but none of them looked like what I was seeing in the video. And that made me wonder if it was a different flag, like Tennessee or something. Bruh, stop. What? That is a Canadian flag. So it is. My bad. Thanks, Jed. Brief sidebar here. People often will ask me why it seems as if I always assume that the location is in the United States first. And guys, I don't. At least I try not to do that. Though I will say that many of the requests that I get are from the United States, so you can hardly blame me if I did make that assumption. But it seemed like I was probably making a mistake here. This is almost definitely a Canadian flag. And if this was a US state flag, there would almost definitely be a national flag next to it. Realizing that this was probably in Canada was a little bit disappointing. Oh dang, bro hates Canada. No, that's not what I mean. I'm just saying that I thought I was going to be able to narrow this down to a particular US state, and now I was looking in the entire country of Canada. And Canada is a big place. But I thought that this skyline looked like it was at least a medium-sized city, so I was hoping that if I focused on the larger cities, that maybe I'd be able to find it that way. So I started bringing up photos of various different Canadian cities and comparing the skylines to what I saw in the video. But honestly, I still wasn't having very much luck. That is until I realized a second mistake I was making. I usually try to figure out right away if a person's video is mirrored and needs to be flipped around, but I didn't remember to do that here. And it was only as I looked at this video back and forth trying to get a better view of this skyline that I noticed the oncoming traffic here. And it appeared that the drivers were on the left side of the road. That wouldn't make any sense for Canada, which is when I realized that this video probably needed to be flipped around. And once I did that, it didn't take me too much longer to figure out that this might be Calgary in Alberta. Like, take a look at this photo compared to what we see in the video. So I pulled up Calgary on Google Earth and started looking at the city and trying to decide what angle I would need to be facing to get a view like what we see in the video. And it took me a little while to figure it out. But eventually, I concluded that you would need to be east of the city, facing kind of northwest to get a view like this. Once I thought I had found the correct angle, I just started backing the camera up, looking at the features on the ground, hoping to spot a place where we had a school and an open field like what we saw in the video. And I found a place that looked pretty promising. So I dropped down to the street view to check it out. And when I did, I saw this. And guys, that was it. You were here in Calgary, Alberta, in Canada. At that point, I really just needed to try to figure out where exactly you were standing, and I was pretty confident that it was one of these balconies that we see on these buildings here, but based on everything we see in the video, I'm pretty sure that it was this one right here. Okay, it's time to check which previous location was closest to this one. And this time it's a place I found in Season 2, Episode 34 in Munson, Alberta. That's about 99 kilometers or 62 miles away from this spot. Guys, go check out the map of all the places I've found for you so far for the videos you sent me. And if anybody else wants me to find them, record a video where you say, "Find me, Jose Monkey," or something like that on camera, or hold up a sign that says something similar. And don't forget to tag me in a comment on that video.